Oh. Hello. I gotta pause that and then over settings. That can be minimized. This thing over here, you can close. Cool. Hi. What do you mean you're right on the dot? Like it was your ship from the start of the season? Hey girl. You actually have on started soon. Yes, I commit to the bit. I am, if anything, a committer to the bit. To go an hour. No worries. You should get all the content that you need in that time. Still waiting on a special badge. I need to message Rob. But also thank you for the 26 months mark. Oh my gosh. And also Natalie, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Jesus Christ. If you got gifted a membership, be sure to say thank you. And this is where I shamelessly shill myself that if you guys are a member, you guys have access to a members only Minecraft server called Stinky RPG. There's a bunch of fun D&D-esque mods, fantasy mods that are on. It is for Java. You just need to join my Discord, which is linked in my description under my link tree. Not the fan Discord, my Discord. But there is a fan Discord for Princess, if you did not know, where a bunch of people are have shared art and edits and a whole bunch of lovely stuff. I'm committed to the bit. I'm wild and... You can play on Stinky because you have your new laptop. I did see that in the fan Discord. Hello. Okay. I don't want to yap for too long at the top because we're going to be yapping for a whole lot longer afterwards. I just want to make sure that people are here. So I'm going to give it another like minute or two. But I think I have something for you guys. I have some stuff for you. Hi, Madison. Hello. Oh, I don't think that. No, the fan Discord. Knock on wood. The fan Discord is not going anywhere for any, like, any reason of any of the moderators or anything like that. Just because I'm someone who always crosses my bases, or covers my bases, crosses my T's. Obviously shit Discord can fuck up, but even if it becomes a ghost town, I don't think it'll ever be deleted. Also, why did it say good night? It's a high nap. That's so funny. Also, I realized I didn't make this full screen, and I'm crying because of it. You can come over here. Does that block that? No, it doesn't. Okay, good. You go down here. Okay. Me too. I should darn. Sorry, I was doing something. It is. Other than the award show, this is probably my last ever Princess SMP stream. Yes, the epilogue is going to be available right after. I'm probably not going to have a chance to put a thumbnail on it until tomorrow, but I will make it available right away. This cooldown is not special to members or anything like that. It is for everybody to ask questions about the whole season, anything that you've been itching to know. I can divulge a lot of things should you ask the right questions. Okay, do you guys want to get into it? You guys want to see what I have planned for you? Madison is goated. I agree. I'll be active in Princess. I don't really need to pin the message, but I can. Because I will be active in chat. Pin message. You so ready? So sad, but I still love this season. Okay, let me... The song just changed. Madison is the goat. Okay, ready? Yippee! This one, I think, right? Well, a lot of traveling ahead of us, but I guess this is what I signed up for. I can't help feeling, but I am no better. I am... I should not be regretful.
Hello.
Hello. Are you ready to go?
Go?
Hmm? Yes, go. We are going to court, remember?
Right. Sorry. I've just been thinking. Well, searching, more or less.
I know.
Not here. Not in the Nether. Really only leaves one more place.
You want to scour the end?
I'm going to have to.
Do you even know where he could be?
See for yourself.
I am looking at coordinates that seem very small.
Indeed.
Oop.
No, I understand you just want it. I can...
No, I do not need it.
Yes, I'll come with you. Well, that thing, and then I might slink away, as I typically do. Easy now, too, because I could actually just set a time to appear back here. Or at least warp back into the end gateway, anyway.
I wish we had a warp to your cabin. I know Rose does, but she's still off on her own adventure. Well, I've been here.
You haven't seen him surface?
Hmm?
You haven't seen him surface here? Or...
Phelan?
Yes.
No, I have not. It's just been a lot of meetings on what to do, and should we find him, what will happen then? I was going to say reventing. Renovating. And just overall getting our bearings. And now it is time for me to set off to the other courts and do my job.
Hate it when that happens.
What, when duty calls?
I mean, one could argue that.
Do you not think... I mean... I can't help but feel a sense of guilt. That you hunting him down, possibly to kill him, whether that be at your own behest or the Crown's, or slightly mine, does that not make me a hypocrite? Everything I said to him back then about murdering and...
I have more personal reasons.
I know, but it doesn't stop the cycle.
Neither does killing an immortal man.
That's what I'm saying. Killing him doesn't stop the cycle of murder and death. Everything that I preached about.
Well, if I find him, maybe I can come to different terms.
You don't think that he's not going to try and manipulate you? Throw you under the bus like he tried to do with Violet?
We know each other's secrets, so it's more of ability. And besides, I've been doing some research. Kent showed me some fun tricks of the trade.
Why do you sound so ominous?
Oh, well. Easier to get people to do what you need or want if you throw them under a magically binding contract.
You hate contracts.
I do hate contracts, but for the sake of his being and my being, I'm sure I can arrange something fun. Without loopholes, because, well, very proficient in finding the loophole.
Apparently. Just... be careful.
I'm coming with you.
I know, but I'm saying. I'm giving you one now, too. Just to do what you have to do. Whoa.
Are you a ghost?
No? What just happened there?
Maybe I'm cursed.
You are cursed. At least that's under control.
Yeah, At least that's under.
What I was trying to say was to give you a kiss on the cheek and tell you to do whatever you think is necessary.
Very well.
I just feel a little bit guilty that it makes me a bit of a hypocrite. It's not really what I want, and putting my best foot forward, if you will.
So, in all his time, he needs to face.
His own medicine.
Pretty much. Well, shall we?
We shall. To court and then to the end.
After you, then.
We meet at the cabin, alright?
After everything is done and squared away for you, sure.
Okay. Tea time. I'm almost home. Oh, I am so happy to be on the off months. I just hope that he is here and he did not leave her alone.
I need a freaking stool in this place.
Aurora!
Mom, you're home.
Hello, I am home. I hope you're alright.
Very okay.
That's good.
Were your travels safe?
They were very safe. I had to make sure that I got home to you. And your father, possibly? Is he here? Please tell me he's here.
He's in the workshop.
Of course he is. I would expect nothing less. I am glad he is here and has not left you alone.
Can you tell him to put a stool in the kitchen?
I will get him to make one right away. Or you and I can make one together.
Okay.
I know I just saw you, but I do need to go and speak to him about something, so I will be but a moment, alright?
You better take only a moment.
I shall. I will be back.
Because I don't think you know what that time means.
Oh, I know what it means. It's very precious. I just want to make sure that him and I are on the same page about something before we spend some quality time together, okay?
But a moment is like a minute.
I will be quick then. Okay.
You better.
Be careful.
Jeff Pablo, help me out here.
Darling?
Yes.
Hello? Are you alright?
I'm fine. You?
I am also fine. More than fine. Is something wrong?
And they now? Nothing, just working away.
There seems to be a ghost nearby.
I tend to bring those. Many ghosts and skeletons down here.
Understandable. Your daughter is in need of a step stool, she says.
But then she's going to be able to reach the knives.
She is a mischievous one. I hope your time venturing wasn't too much.
You got close. But I did find him.
You did.
I did.
That's good. Happened. Do you want to talk about it?
I wish I could.
I understand.
It was one of those.
Well, then... I guess we don't have to talk about it now, but...
Frankly, we
can.
won't be able to talk about it ever. But maybe I can
Hint at
write
something?
it down.
I thought you said no loopholes.
Hey, I left the loopholes open for me, not him.
Good. I'm glad after all this time that you had found him. And that there didn't need to be any death. We may need to inform the court. I know that they wanted to bring him to his own justice, but I think that... well... they've known that you've been looking for him. And if you were successful at subduing him, then... I think it'll be alright.
And the others that should be answered for, outside of just him.
There are many that need to be answered for. Many things need to be answered for by the people who have sought to destroy and ruin the courts. But we will find them. I will do what I must on a political level.
Right.
I mean, thanks to the ambassadors, the court seemed to be doing relatively okay.
Seems much darker in here than usual.
Maybe that's your eyes. Do you need to get them checked?
Rather glasses, thank you.
I don't know, I think you'd look rather dashing. As you do now.
Okay, no, no.
What? I can't admire your beauty. It's been a while since we've seen each other.
How long?
Hmm?
How long?
Well, I have to stay in court for a couple of months at a time. You know this.
I suppose you're right.
At least I didn't come home to any surprises this time. No second
I do
child.
a thing. I could change that. You could be afraid.
No, I think one and Pablo, all the Pablos are more than enough.
No, let me go find another stray. Give me a moment.
No! We need to focus on her. She needs us.
Your court also needs you.
My court only needs me for half a year at a time. By technicality. I am closer here to the castle. It's only a few days' journey, especially in less time with the Nether.
True.
It is my period to spend in Bloodwyn or Everthorn, if you will.
They ever find a Cerulean ambassador? Is it Paxton?
I believe that they have one of their others filling in right now. I don't know. Paxton needs to make a decision, but I feel like he's a little bit occupied with all the Della stuff. There is a lot of cleaning up there to do, but I can imagine that has tied his hands.
Surely he could pick someone better than Paxton. Really, a step stool?
She wants to be able to reach things. Pablo can't help but do that. Also, it's been months. Where's my kiss?
Makes you think you deserve one.
How
What have
dare
you done?
you? Excuse me? Kiss me, now.
Why are you commanding me to do that?
Because I would like a kiss, and you're being rude.
Mm.
Mwah. Thank you. Mwah.
Ahem. Is it time for my moment? I think I get 2 for waiting so patiently.
Hearing is impeccable.
Isn't it always?
Shall we? She does deserve a moment.
Yeah,
with
let me
both
go and
of
find
us.
something first.
You do require a shirt, yes. Maybe not later, though.
I'm not going out there if she's still there.
She's not. She's at the top of the stairs.
Okay.
But your arms are still up.
Brains.
Oh my gosh. Come on. Hello. Put a shirt on. Yay! Yippee! Yippee! I'm glad. I'm very glad. Hell yeah. That was it. That was the epilogue, and now we can talk for a bit. And I am joined by Laz. If you guys... I know he's also streaming, and he had some stuff on his end that you definitely should go and check out once available, which I think it should be after stream. Because he has some stuff that wasn't on my POV that might answer some questions, but I also can let him answer them if he doesn't care about spoiling them. But hello?
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 Oh, hi there.
Why is it not talk?
Hello?
Oh, that's weird that it's not.
Banana, 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 banana.
It's not
banana,
lighting
banana,
up when
banana.
you talk, which is weird.
But, oh dear.
It's fine. It's okay. He's in the corner. You envisioned more trauma for the
More
outro?
trauma?
Did you see the scars
You're
littering
watching the
her
wrong-
arms?
POV.
True. True. You should probably go. I was just saying about, like, there's some things on your POV that would answer some questions that they're having. But I'll leave that to you to, like,
Likewise.
yeah, to to see some things. So they're saying hi.
I know I can see it. Hi, people. Hello.
I
people.
get okay. Season 1 doomed Yuri. Season 2, she kind of had a happy ending, but it came at like a big price and like, you know, shitty circumstances and stuff. And I wanted, you know, I wanted Veswin to, not forcibly, but how improv played out, or in her own way. Also, my music's on. In her own way, to get the things that she was striving for. There were things that she didn't get, but I also, you know, there's things that she did get. And more. And like, yeah. Girl Daddy Dante, what a great guy.
Hate that guy.
Will Dante regrow his hair?
Sorry guys, he's going bald.
Veswin is such a fun mom. Willow. True! She did say that. Oh, you guys are so good. She got a stray. Yeah, kinda.
Hey.
Kinda. No, Veswin. Not you. Not Dante. I'm gonna go look at Cinder stuff now. We made them have their happy ending. Yeah, I wanted them to have somewhat of a happy ending. Things are a little bit different for Dante, but that, like I said, that's explained in his POV.
More or less.
Season 1 did not have a perfect storybook ending. I respectfully disagree.
I don't know. I'm a big fan of that black serpent guy.
Shut the fuck.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
The one line that made me sob. That line killed me. Wait, what line?
Oh.
Oh, Willow saying that? So is the daughter adopted? Yes.
Yes. Very much so.
Yeah.
There was a little cinematic replay moment.
Of how?
Of how, kind of.
Ambiguous.
Ambiguous.
Yeah.
Yes. So for my viewers who were watching that side of it all, there was a behind-the-back shot of the kid that Veswin met later on. So...
Dante comes home and is like, okay, don't be mad. That is exactly what happened. That is canon. We literally talked about the timeline, and we were like, okay, well, we don't want it to like take too long because obviously like he's gonna be looking for Phelan, and like, you know, a mixture of Minecraft mechanics but also story mechanics of like it wouldn't be too hard to scour the end necessarily, but there would be time taken. He'd be probably hopping back and forth between coming and visiting Veswin at court in the months that she's there to check in with her and yada yada. But like, there was still, it was kind of before they even left for court. We had talked about it, end up being that before that even, that first cinematic that you guys saw from my POV, like Aurora already existed, and we were laughing. Laz and I were laughing about it. It's like, imagine he told her on the train ride, like she was like, "Hey, like let's meet at the cabin," and he goes, "So about that." There's don't be surprised if you get there before me because XYZ.
Yep.
Yes, he yeah, that's why he cut his hair, is because he was going bald from stress. Amazing epilogue, thank you.
True. Very much true.
Oh, and yeah. As Aisha said, like, Veswin 100% would want a child. And so, like, that was the other thing that we were laughing about, of, like, the addition to that of being like, so let's meet at the cabin. So about that, don't be mad, but blah, 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 blah. And Veswin goes, oh, okay. And is completely
Right.
fine with because Veswin got pregnant when she was 19?
Oh.
Yeah. And she wanted to be a mom then. She then had 4 years to deal with her trauma, mature, learn a lot of new things, got older, and then she found someone, and the fact that this someone was like, hey, so, child, keep? Question mark? And Veswin went, if you're down, I'm down. Yes, and... Hey, so I found my dear Dante. Who is that?
Don't worry about it. Yeah, no. Child tried to rob you? No. Not necessarily. My headcanon on that is kind of similar to the frenzy mode that we experienced like what, a month and a half ago. So
Crazy how this ended up
yeah.
when early on the two of you were saying that you would want to interact more, but there was no reason to do it in character. Well, yeah. Because in character they didn't like each other. Enemies to lover, baby.
Enemies to enemies.
Okay.
Oh wait. Okay.
No.
Oh right, sorry. Enemies to frenemies. Okay.
Eclipse, that's like low-key canon. That's basically what happened.
Yep.
But yeah, and also
It's so
like
small.
I guess a little bit more information on the kid was one, Madison, very lovely Madison, was the one who voiced them.
Madison.
And we ballpark them to be about like tweens, like I would say like 11 or 12. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
They're not like a child by any means. Like they're
a tween.
yeah, they're kind of a tween. Which is why they're so sassy.
Yep.
I'm gonna make so many mini scenes in my notes. If we're okay with it, I'm okay with it. I love like headcanon stories. There was someone who did one of Morrigan, and if that end fight of season 1 ended differently, and I loved it. Was so good.
Yeah.
We love Madison's voice acting here. True.
We love Madison.
She was fun to voice. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Where does Rose and Mateus fall into the future? Do they know about the kiddo? I would imagine that at the like bare minimum, Veswin would probably try to inform them, but based on, you know, Laz's cinematic, I think it would be a hush hush. Like, maybe not all the courts need to know about this. I think if Mateus wanted to, like, he could 100% like visit, hang out, maybe babysit if he'd be down. I can't say for sure. I can't canonize that. That's up to Matt and his character and how he feels like he would play it. But what I can canonize that I did get confirmation from Devi on is that Veswin would 100% babysit Vivian's kids. because I was allowed to talk. I'm allowed to talk about this. That Vivian has kids, S with a plural. I don't know how many, but Devi said kids plural. So just imagine there's like two to three of them fucking running around, annoying the shit out of Feswin and Dante. Kids plural.
Kids plural.
And it'd be really cute though, because obviously like this would be future stuff. This probably wouldn't happen within the like the 6 months to a year post end of school. But I think it's really cute to think of like Aurora being like the older sister or like the older guardian and like helping out. Like, you know, when you have like baby cousins kind of thing, like that kind of vibe. They basically would be baby cousins, and like it's in the similar vein of like when they got older, like they would play and hang out together and, you know, stuff like that. Also, what was it? Rose shows up and was like, "Hey, how?" Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
Oh God.
Monkey meme. Oh
Natalie,
no.
thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. I appreciate it. Love you. Thank you. And also, happy 18 months, Jordan.
Surely there's not gonna be so many more cousins.
Prince, if you restart the stream and watch it two times, you might be able to catch up.
Yeah. Did Dante like Sylvester?
No, he wants to fucking kill him.
No.
Dante doesn't like anyone.
Real and true. Real shit.
You played a good job. You did a good job playing Feswin. Thank you. Mother henning her cousins. Yeah, pretty much. No, Laz was saying that because we didn't get more Sylvester lore, he's like, Dante's killing him. And I'm like, what are you talking about? This is hard, that's so I'm sorry. No worries, Prince. How long did Dante's title become after leaving school? Well, we can assume that Dad
Oh no.
was added. Honestly, you could probably add in like, you know, End Scourer. You could add in
Destroyer of Worlds.
Also, that other thing that you wanted to do with like the Della stuff. I don't know if you got to touch on that.
No.
Okay.
I should have talked to Froggy. I know Froggy was in and around my chat, but I think the main thing is that with the aforementioned sponsorship that was like given, it would have gone through Paxton. Realistically.
Oh yes, I remember you telling me this.
So, I wouldn't say that he followed along with it and then just funded his own stuff because of his own money intake that he's had. So,
I think Veswin would also be making like a decent amount of money with the crown and would like support in those endeavors because like she has her hobbies, but like her hobbies aren't really like expensive. I mean, like collecting like fine art or fine jewelry and stuff like that, yes, but like also she has someone who can make her jewelry, so
doesn't even like making jewelry. Let him go back to metalwork.
Jewelry is metalwork. You can make rings and like and bracelets.
Okay.
It's just fine. It's fine metalwork.
Real shit. Who let Pax into politics for real?
Dante abducts another child every time someone says they're pregnant. He needs to have the most to win. Funny enough, Veswin would support it. She'd be like, yes, give me all the children.
Lord.
Do you know what I'm proudest of? The orphanage. I established the first ever Orphanage in New York City. The orphanage.
They need to make the cabin bigger.
They do need to make the cabin bigger. 100%. Wait, this might be an answer in Dante's POV, but what about Beston's dad? It was not answered in his POV.
Either.
And I'm fine to canonize that he was stripped of his title. He was replaced in his duties and his job. I can't. I'd have to coordinate with Ovek possibly to get a full answer on like his full sentencing, but at the very least, Ovek in character as Ezra did promise to take him down quietly so that shame would not come to her family. I think that she still has an estranged relationship with her mother, but I think that her mother and her mother's handmaiden Amelie are like taken care of in the sense of like they have money, they can live, they just don't have they wouldn't have their title anymore. Her dad though would probably be like, yeah, either we tell everybody and you get publicly shamed or you leave quietly. Didn't Mateus didn't kill him? Shrug
emoji.
Have to see Matt's POV. Unrelated, but why were the demons like the richest core of the entire season between Cassian? Because I can give this fucking answer. Because out of character, these motherfuckers had 20 fucking pillager farms. Or like farms with the fucking the emerald card.
Farms.
The emerald card on
farms.
them. Yeah. They had I know this out of character from like spectator and like other things, like seeing other people POVs and stuff like that. Both of them had secret rooms attached to their dorms where they had 20, not collectively, individually had 20 fucking mob farms that all had emerald spawners on them. Because, and I say this in the most positive, loving way, those motherfuckers are both min-maxers.
Hey. My bad for min-maxing preseason.
You guys thought Fang was bad season 2 where he had to have the best armor within the first month, otherwise he can't play the rest of the game? Take a look at these fucking two. Take a look at fucking Laz and Seth. Rexaris was the exact same. Rexaris had so much money, but that was part of his character.
Yep.
I don't know. I can't see it right now, Eclipse. But I have a question for you. With Dante, what would you do differently if you wanted to change in your POV? Ooh.
Make sure the people who had lore connections with me actually stick around. Cause there was stuff that I wanted to explore with Devi, but then Devi got busy. We got to explore some stuff because we needed to make a workaround as to
I just realized this hasn't been fucking
your
playing
work
this
schedule
whole-
shifting. Oh.
My chat hasn't been moving on my stream for like so long.
Oh.
Oopsie.
Oh.
Sorry, continue. I interrupted
Oopsies,
you.
I've been seeing it move. But, I wish I had more gumption to do more cinematic stuff. There's still cinematics that I want to do when I begin funneling out the projects again, but it's a factor of remembering all of that. But I'm at a point where I just want to like submit everything and call it a day. Definitely do Greg differently. Resolving Greg in a different way would have been much better, and it could have gotten things rolling in a different fashion, but I just didn't have time to do my lore because there was a whole lot of other side stories that I was wrapped in. I had to worry about kingdom building, the behind the scenes management of that too.
Greg isn't. I will give this hint. Greg is inspired by two different things, and I'm curious to see if people can guess what they are.
I think I've talked about it, but yeah.
I don't see who remembers.
But yeah, I think Castiel, out of all the demons, actually had the most money, realistically.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. Because how else are you gonna get like 3,000 blocks dropped on you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then ultimately gave right back to Phelan. But you know, hey, whatever.
Is Aurora a vampire or a demon? She's a vampire.
Yes, Aurora is a vampire. How did you come up with Pablo? Oh dear.
I wonder.
Okay, an image floated by somewhere in our Discord servers of a particular modeler on Radiant Craft making a Marcus model.
Yeah.
I'm like, huh. I like that. I'm gonna make my own.
Because I had been sending him I said send him a couple, and then he was like, I fucking love this guy. This guy Marcus is amazing. And then it floated around the modelers, the Radiant Craft team, and then Laz was like, fuck it, full send.
Yep. And I had a very supportive backing with Harry on that factor. So Harry made the texturing for Pablo. I made the base individual model. I think I made 2 or 3, but then Harry kind of full sent and ran with a whole bunch of other ones. So everything that you saw since then was pretty much Harry's work, and then just resizing it and shifting the model around.
I have a couple of speed round questions. Farms were removed after the break to try and help prevent lag, because our server was constantly behind on ticks, and when the farms would get full, it would cause crashes more often. Vespin going to Demon KB and getting outed by the villagers was hilarious. Apparently that's only on my side of things, so I reacted wrong. But I didn't know, so it was still funny. Fang is a weapon and armor grinder for sure. The episodes for Arc 2 of Season 1 are over on my VODs channel, because when I got demonetized, they were the biggest contributing factor to my demonetization. So I moved them over to my VODs channel. Yeah, all the cinematic stuff from Dante's perspective would have been so cool.
There was a lot that I wanted to do on that, but we'll see if I have the gumption to do it. Who's in custody of Angelo DePecchi? Oh shit. The fucking farm that they're at. And it wasn't
somebody had the groundskeeper quit, so those animals might be dead now.
Yippee! Yeah, no. I didn't get to explore it heavily in the POV. There's a lot of time shift, and doing anything with the rest of the demons. I know, I will say in the time skip, but I'm happy to canonize it, is that we would have convened in Emberhold for the official Cassian funeral.
In the time skip till leaving for the end, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the weeks or months of there's things that are equally closer and far in the nether heavily cuts down on travel anyway, so
Yeah, so while Veswin was healing, he was running around tying up loose ends and getting shit in order before he ended up, you know, until the court got their the crown got their stuff in order, and like Veswin was able to like healed and like in her position. And then once all that stuff was squared away with like Dante and the demon court and everything that he was doing, they both set off and were like, okay, time to start doing our job, basically.
I don't know. It would take some discussion with Kano, but like I'd happily headcanon that with whatever like kind of like governmental shift, Castiel dealing with the children of Loon, Canderous could have been put into the position where Dante kind of like shadows and guides from a distance. But I don't know, that's a whole lot of like discussion stuff, realistically.
Yeah. If I kind of like a bounce off of that is for you, the reverse was asked in my chat of if I didn't need to take a break, what would have been different on my POV? Well, I don't think any type of... I honestly think that Ezra and Veswin would have been a lot closer. They would have had almost a more... either the same or possibly a closer relationship than him and Celica ended up having. Not that him and Celica wouldn't have had a close friendship. I just know that, like, it would have been them as more of a trio versus just, like, you know, side by side. But in the end, when we talked to Celica for one of the last times, it was established that, like, Veswin saw her as a friend, and they got to, like, with their positions, should they win, they were able to get closer now. So it kind of just, like, it ended up being, like, something that is now happening in the post thing of, like, how she functions under the crown is just would have been explored in character more. I definitely think that there would have been more time to develop the romance so that it didn't feel any type of rushed, and or it wouldn't have felt like strange that Veswin just kind of started trusting Dante out of nowhere. Like they could have made more of amends and then built the trust again. A lot more organically, I guess. I don't think Veswin would have been as much as a fighter. I think she still... I don't think that she would have trained. I don't think that she would have had a change of perspective in regards to being more selfish. And like taking more time for herself and trying not to feel bad about that. But I know that she definitely still would have learned. She would have been delayed in her like healing process of like becoming stronger. I think she probably would have gotten closer to Phelan. That was something that Max and I talked about having. Because Veswin was such a star, quote-unquote, star student, and was the most, like, straight and narrow and, like, by the book kind of noble, Phelan drew an interest in her. I think if I didn't take a break, we would have gotten to see that relationship flourish a little bit more as well, and the finale might have been different. Veswin might have been one of the people not opposed to Phelan, but wavering in the middle. Because I mentioned it offhandedly only once. I think I only mentioned it once. And I don't know if you guys remember this. But Veswin low-key had a crush on Phelan. She thought he was very attractive. Yeah. Like, near the beginning, she was like, this man is respectable, he's commendable, he's hardworking, like... Yeah, ew! Yeah, ew!
Old as shit.
But like it brought wisdom, and also as someone who almost died and who lost her significant other. Not saying that she would be with Phelan ever, but like, you know, the idea is a little nice to be like, he's immortal. I don't need to worry about him getting hurt. Nothing would ever come of it. That's a power dynamic that would never have been explored. But for Veswin's sake, she was like, he intrigues me. And I like being on his good side. I like being someone that he would rely on. I like being in his ear and also getting firsthand knowledge from him. It feels like it gives me an advantage, which is all that she was striving for, was an advantage. Dante's 100% an upgrade because he is just as durable. And he is not someone who is looking to manipulate Veswin. He is not someone who wants to kill. He wanted diplomacy. He wanted, like, he understood the necessary evil, but like, it wasn't and he liked having the power, but it wasn't something that he wanted to. You can correct me if I'm wrong, Laz, but like, he liked the power, but didn't like that death came with it. Like, he felt remorseful about killing everybody in the village, but like, he enjoyed the power that brought him.
Greg was hungry.
Greg was hungry. Once again, ew.
Greg was
I know.
Why are you dating my father? No.
I wonder
Thoughts
if
on
she
Marge?
would've... Oh, sorry, go ahead. You go.
Marjorie? No, chill girl.
On who?
Chill. I don't know, she's chill. Marjorie.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, she did nothing.
Marjorie, for the most part, other than like the fainting spells, like stayed in her own lane. Like, she was...
Yeah.
And she found her strength as well. Like, she broke away from the things that were plaguing her in her life, and she started to become a knight and wanted to fight for like her own moral reasons.
I would like to shout out my illegally killing of 3 withers to mine that mountain. Okay. Anyway.
Oh, I also agree. Yeah, if Veswin had gotten on Phelan's good side, he probably wouldn't have attacked her. She probably wouldn't have gotten hurt to the extent that she did.
Very true.
I thought Veswin and Phelan were chill until the finale happened. When he was like, shut up, Veswin. Yeah, they were chill, but because Veswin was prodding him, he was getting pissed off. Which is completely valid. She was spewing moral code at him, and he's like, you don't know fucking shit. Shut up. I'm done with the facade of like Phelan only wanted, I can't speak fully for Max, but my understanding and the conversations, based on the conversations we had, Phelan only wanted to manipulate Veswin to like have an in with the vampires, have someone under his thumb, have like a protege kind of thing. It's what he did to Dante. It's what he did to Silas and like who do you have from the Fellfolk? Tavalli?
Pretty much.
Luciala and Tavalli. So like
Luciala, Tavalli, partially Felix.
Yeah, he wanted people under his... He was gaining a mass kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
we joke about it out of character, but I'm like, trying to like tie it in with Harry Potter and all of that. I'm like, oh my goodness, army of failing. But that threat never really came to fruition, unfortunately.
the child's name and origin is Aurora. She's like tween age. She's a vampire. And something that we didn't really talk about, but Laz and I had talked about, is like the reason why her eye color is so pale. Is because she's half blind.
Prowler blood sense, you know, type shit. What happened to the Dante plushie? Who knows, man? I'm gonna say that Ovek got busy. I think there was actually a few missing, actually. Besides just the Dante one. Who knows?
Yeah, he did have Violet for a bit.
Stealing the Dante plushie, I can't believe this shit.
Is there any aspect of Veswin that you wanted to explore but couldn't? Honestly, truth be told, not really. The thing that I wanted to explore with Veswin was her finding her strength through a series of interactions and connections. And like getting over her trauma, trusting people, believing in herself, like finding her confidence, and like those kinds of things. And I think I got to showcase that with like the relationship with Ezra, how she did in school, how she took a step back and focused on herself, how she became physically stronger, how she started to trust people, how, you know, she got close to Dante and was able to finally like start to move on, and like he supports her immensely to where she can grow. And yeah, it's kind of really the things I wanted to touch on with Veswin, and I got to showcase it even if it was small. I think, did Silas get his plushie? I'm not sure.
Yeah, no. Silas got his plushie from Dante. I'm like, get this cursed thing away from me. Yeah, so thoughts on seeing like the Undyne plushie is in that room. I mean, it's pretty clear when you see like the photos inside of like the end hideaway that Phelan has. Seeing that, oh, it's just Luciala and Tempest in here. Okay, interesting company. And in regards to helping kill Violet, would Dante regret that? He feels the remorse in it, but Violet was ultimately like a troublemaker that should have not been there. So Dante was already on like the trail of eradicating Violet in a more humane way. But I didn't have to. People kept dying on their own accord. Either way, back over to you.
Do you have any more questions from your chat?
No, I don't. I caught up with everything.
Work pings.
Work pings. Okay, I'll read your chat then. Let's see. Dante's the definition of I'd let the world burn for real. I think the whole trusting Dante part showcased her growth as a person and getting over her prejudice. True. I could create a design, but I don't even know what to start with. Wait. Okay, hold on. Oh, the plushies. Yeah. Plushies are designed. I think a few of them might crop up at a later time. How did you guys pick your characters' names?
Ooh. You guys want to know what's really fucked up? I can give you my whole fucking long-ass tangent process if you guys want, because I think it's very useful. So there's only gonna be a few people that actually might know this. Veswin's design was based off of Amarantha from A Court of Thorns and Roses. Solely because I wanted to play a character that didn't follow all of the fucking cliche hair colors that I always choose. When I make OCs, I always either do black or white hair.
Me too, me too.
I never do anything in between. And I was like, no, no, no. Vampire, red. I kind of want to do red hair. Or I was leaning blonde. But I was like, no, 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 no. My characters have, all of my fucking OCs have been blonde or black hair. So I want to do something with a color. But I don't think like purple or blue or anything like that would fit a vampire, but red would. And then I was like looking up character design for vampires and Amarantha came up and I was like, oh, wait, hold on a minute. So I started looking at that design and then what I do is I create a doc. And in the character concepting,
throw up my Pinterest.
in character concepting, I would find different pictures, and then I would like, I could bring up my document.
For real? Oh yeah, document.
Our fucking character document. But I need
document. When I find my stuff that I forgot that I had.
Hold on. Fuck me. Oh wait, hold on. It's not this one. Character? Hold on. I gotta go to my fucking drive because I need to find my character concepts. Concept?
Me when I'm
Okay, hold on. Let me grab another window capture. Hold on. Window capture. Okay. Okay, there we go. So, this lovely document here.
This lovely document.
Wow.
Wowie.
These are my character concepts. So, we're given, like, we come up with different origins, right? And then we come up with the hierarchy, and then we choose where we want to be in the hierarchy. So, for instance, this art here that I'm highlighting is literally Amarantha. That is Amarantha from A Court of Thorns and Roses. So I thought, I'm like, okay, I want a royal, either main heir or like side, like secondary, like second in line. These are the other name options that I put down for this character. I choose the character's name based on fantasy name generator, how it sounds, and how it looks with the character. So I saw something with like Vess in it on like fantasy name generator, and I was like, wait, Vess something, Vess and then I was like thinking of different names, and then I completed it with Veswin. So I put that down, and then I looked at other names, and I was like, ooh, Hera could be really good, and Isabella, or like Isabella, would be really cool for this character, and I feel like it fits the vibe and stuff like that. A book for sure that I love. Use fill in inspiration though. I understand how people keep up to date with their documents. I haven't touched PSMP one in so long. Then I came up with, you know, should I not be able to be placed in the heir role? I came up with other character designs. So I came up with a knight that I thought would be really cool to have, like, baby bangs, long blonde hair, head to toe covered in tattoos. I gave her, like, a personality trait. She would either be the mage or a knight, and I gave her the name. I was gonna either give her the name Lyran or Nutiri.
I document too.
And then I had other concepts for, like, the other origins, which is just all art that, like, was pulled from stuff. I will say this art alone here that I'm highlighting inspired me to want to be an heir. And I'm not usually one to play animal characters, but I was like, wait, if I get Fellfolk, this girl here, this, like, silver-haired, pretty in pastel, very, like, cutesy, but, like, also kind of not like Daphne, but, like, a little bit like Daphne, where she's, like, still prim and proper, but she's more kind. She's more of, like, a Disney princess kind of thing, but she's also can be, like, kind of a fucking bitch behind closed doors. And I was gonna call her Mina. And so, like, yeah, that's basically it. So then once I got sorted into my origin and I got, you know, the role that I wanted, I was like, okay, I'm gonna start fleshing out this character a little bit more. And then now, if you obviously look on my stream, we have who we have today.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So
Who's
and then
that?
I shared my who's that Pokemon? I shared my Pinterest board in my thread, but, like, I then got a vibe for her, and I don't know if I talked about this before, but I wanted to play her, like, way more fucking bitchy in the beginning. Like, I wanted to play her, like, more like Abby from Roomies. And then I just ended up not falling into that, and I just played her really high strung instead. Also, Caitlin, thank you for the membership.
Yeah.
Dante definitely spoils Aurora. Correct.
Correct, bruh. Yeah, I guess I should answer that question. As well.
This one?
Dante? Yeah. Well, not that one. The one above that.
Oh, yes.
Dante stems from, like, a lot of different things, and has definitely, like, reshaped and influenced over time. But Dante is a 15 or so year old D&D character I had. Loki.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Where, due to, like, other reasons, went through, like,
Casey.
a name change.
So not Devil May Cry.
Not Devil May Cry. Ovek did a funny during his birthday bash. Yeah, Ovek did a funny during his birthday bash. So
true. Ovek dressed up as Dante from
yeah,
Devil May Cry.
He did. But yeah, it's an old character. The technical name for that character at the time was Dimitri before becoming Dante.
Oh yes. Oh my god, I remember this.
Yeah. And I've kind of, like, played and replayed this character in, like, different classes over many different, like, campaigns and years. But
I think that's why you were, like, so natural in the role with it. Like, not saying that, like, Vincent or anything was, like, you know, a bad performance or anything like that, but I feel like you were more comfortable with playing Dante's character, and, like, it felt more like a more natural of a performance.
Yeah. So it was an old, like, deep sat character with, like, a lot of character changes specifically for this. And frankly, I wanted to play... I don't know, things could have taken, like, such a drastic turn with, like, how the knighthood classes could have gone, right? I'm like, okay, Dante could be a knight. Dante could be an engineer. I forgot I had my own character sheet. Improv, baby. I forgot I had my own, like, character ideas for each court. So I'm like, oh yeah, this
motherfucker was making the Saja boys. By the way, in his character document, every single one of his demon characters was based off of a Saja boy, like underlying.
So is my vampires. So is my vampires.
Yeah, he was like, or it was like all of your character designs, like. Because we did 2 for each. We did like a royal and a non-royal of like, okay, who would we play for each of them? And he made all of the Saja boys in different ways. And I thought it was so fucking funny. And then he ended up going with a completely original, like, not original character design, because as you mentioned, like, it's a character that you've played in a while. But he asked my opinion, where he was just like, out of these ones, which do you like? And I was like, I obviously am going to pick...
First one.
I am obviously going to pick the long-haired, fully tattooed, like, daddy that's sitting in front of me. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you still have that art, but it was like AI art that was on Pinterest that we ended up just finding. And I was like,
yeah,
wait. And I used it as a reference to make his skin and, like, his tattoos. Fun fact, I made Dante's skin.
You made all my skins.
I made all his skins. But I was like, this one for sure. I was like, you can play whatever you want. Don't let me influence you. But you were asking my opinion, and I am giving my opinion. This one.
Oh God, I was.
Bye, Anna.
But God, I really wanted to play a sea monster, because I really wanted to do my
That's
shark
a lie?
idea. It is a lie. But I really liked my shark idea. I really liked
Guys,
my shark idea.
he was gonna play a shark, but like the upper half was gonna be the bottom half, sorry, was gonna be the humanoid.
Yeah.
He was gonna do like the reverse mermaid meme, and I'm like, no, don't fucking do that. Wait, so you made Dante's skin and GK? Yes, I did. You are all welcome.
Oh. I'm like, hello? Why did everything like disappear?
I love you for the rest of my life.
Like...
Making Dante exist and for making Monte. You're welcome.
I forgot I was gonna do an Atticus part 2 if I was in Felfolk.
Oh yeah.
Lord.
Yeah. There was a question that I was holding on to. Hold on.
We have romance. Okay. There was a Genu somewhere.
There was a
Genu.
One of the demons was Genu, and then we started seeing like the other character designs that people were coming out with for their stuff, and we were like, no, this is too much like Canderous.
Yeah.
Oh, the Dante investment engaged. They are not engaged.
Nope.
That's what I mean. Like, it's very canon of being like, hey, so I found something. Don't be shocked.
Yeah. Did someone pick your origins, or did you pick it yourself?
I can answer this question as both owner and also because it's, you know, the end of all of it. We had a system in place where everyone would put in their top 3. So like they'd like number 1 is the character that they would absolutely want to play 100%. Like that is their ideal choice. And then it would go down in order from there. And then we had one person, so it wasn't bias. We had one person from the admin team go through all of those recommendations and sort them into a spreadsheet. And obviously we'd had people who, like, a lot of people really wanted vampire, a lot of people really wanted demon. So like we had some people got their second choices, but we tried to make sure that we never went past their second choice. So like if people didn't get their first choice, we always tried to make sure that they at least got their second. And then we sorted them into their courts or their origin. And then we took a look and going, okay, then we looked at the actual players and the meta knowledge of like, okay, are these characters builders? Are these characters PvPers? Are these characters social? Are these characters active? None of those being a negative. But then we would then reevaluate and balance it so that, you know, we tried to make sure that this season every court had a builder because we had kingdom building as a big project. We tried to make sure that every court had a PvPer because we had knights. Like, you know, like that kind of thing. So people ended up getting their second choice based on those, or because we just couldn't put everybody, like there was a lot of like deciding variables that went into giving someone their role, but ultimately it was decided by a person. Season 1, I think Maddie spun a wheel. So it's a very big contrast to like how season 1 was decided. Sorry. I think she spun a wheel. Sorry, that's wrong information, and I want to correct myself. Season 2, she spun a wheel for the goblins. Season 1 was everyone was picking their own courts. So like I was asked to be the Nether Princess, and I got to pick my own court, being like, I want this person and this person and this person. What did most people choose? Oh God, I think it was Demon.
It was in between like demon and vampire.
Yeah.
Realistically.
There was a question. I don't remember where it was though. Hold on. Oh, how do I keep documents in order? It's just a matter about updating them. And then, like I said, once I got Veswin down and locked in, I made a separate document for her where I did full-on D&D stats for her. And I, like, planned out outfits, like, outfit inspiration. I put her, like, bonds and her relationships and things like that. Possible, like, connections pre-stream, stuff like that. I am also someone who, like, I think I advocate going back to like the playing a character and like trying to commit to them, and like they end up coming out differently than you intended to play them. That's why I vouch and think session zeros for like D&D or TTRPGs or any like role-playing stuff is so important. And that's why we had the beta server, because people could go on and like play test not only mods, because we got a lot of new mods this season, but they could playtest their origin, and they could also get a feel for their character and how they wanted their character to be and act. Who's Dante based off of? Mystery?
Mystery.
I don't... Dante was his own one. There was like a Genu one. I think like one of the sea monsters was Baby.
You won.
One of the vampires was...
I think the vampires were both like...
Abby, right? And
Abby and Baby, technically.
Yeah.
God. Romance was like my Felfolk Air idea.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
I think Mystery could work both for the
Good night,
demons.
Natalie! I know I'm late, but I'm trying to catch up with chat.
But yeah. Like, Dante also stemmed from, we know it and we love it, our favorite critical...
Let's go gambling!
Role stuff. There's like a lot of references, right? Because, yeah. I'm not quite sure if anybody has like caught on, but every character I've also had like partial influence in playing.
Oh yeah, I
has also been
pull.
based off of like an arcane character.
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
I remember you
So,
saying that.
Yeah.
So Dante was based off of
'Cause,
Echo,
like-
right?
Yeah.
And
to a
then
degree.
Greg was kind of based off of like loosely Orthax, which is Critical Role related, and Venom.
Yeah. And then Dante kind of fell into the whole like Percy Echo kind of like combination plus whatever I had with him prior, and then having to refit for the roles of
Yeah.
this season.
And then how you wanted to
Specifically.
like play out like
Vincent was Jace. like,
Maddie season 2. Let's go gambling. Yeah, like I can fully agree and also say that like a lot of my characters I pull inspiration from other media sources. Like a lot of you guys know that season 1 Morrigan was based off of like Rhysand and also Morrigan from A Court of Thorns and Roses. I pulled for Veswin, I kind of pulled the look from Amarantha. I kind of wanted to pull a little bit of a Nesta personality from A Court of Thorns and Roses. I wanted to pull in a little bit of Abby, but I also kind of just pulled from like just a story that I wanted to tell. Something that you guys had praised me on and something that I pride myself on is that all of my OCs and all of my characters go through a story or a sense of like, I guess growth, but they are always trying to bring attention or light to something like mental illness or like different forms of trauma or, you know, like I guess like coming of age, like finding your strength and stuff like that. Like Mark will know what I'm talking about and a few others, but like Morgan was, you know, like learning to like, well, Veswin is like finding her strength and also like dealing with like the loss of loved ones. Like how do you deal with that? How does that look for someone? Ophelia was like a crisis of faith. I played a character from a D&D campaign called Wick. I've talked about her before. She struggled with DID. Like, you know, those are like, there are things that I like to bring to light in my characters. So that also plays a big role in their design and their story. Yeah, we had 45 players and 4 of them were teachers, so there was one straggler.
yeah.
If we had 44 players, it would have been divided equally. But Morgan fought for freedom, died for love. Yeah. That was an unforeseen story that I wanted to tell. Morgan was just like, what the lengths that you'll go to for your family. Yeah, learn to love, to trust. Who is your favorite professor? Not Veswin and Dante, but Mads and Laz. Ooh. Della.
Still Della, yeah.
Yeah. I praise and props to Froggy as someone who went into that role with zero fucking create knowledge. Created an entire curriculum based around it, and it was there. Fucking up. I applaud them. I also think that her, like, as a teacher is just like Della is it's fun. It's fun. Yeah, it's chaotic and fun, but it's also infuriating. And I think that just brings so much like complexity and layers. What are you gonna do after PSMP? I don't know yet. I have something that I would like to do that I wanted to do between season 2 and 3, but ended up not having the time for because we ended up kind of balls to the wall, you know, full speed ahead with season 3.
Yep.
So I might have a little mini series coming. Maybe. We'll have to see. We'll see if I can actually like set it up and pump it out.
Sit down and do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I also love Froggy did that with the with Skylar too, and I thought that was like such a good use of creative frames to like do miniseries. Let me at it. They did that with Skylar with like the end. They did the chalkboard and stuff. Also, Froggy's exam was like the most interesting.
For real. Yeah, I know Froggy's like, yeah,
Oh, sorry,
Froggy did like a lot of behind the scenes, like learning for Create, and I'm a Create autist.
Yeah, he was like, Create's gonna be in this mod pack, and then just
So, like,
literally like
fuck yeah.
just started scouring all the tutorials and everything to know exactly how to use this fucking mod.
No, like I played Create for a longer time prior, and a lot of questions were kind of like answered through like myself. I think Leonie was also learning it, but Leonie's brother was also like a Create autist as well.
Yes,
so
that's
there
true.
were like many people to like poke and prod around for information of like how to do and fix things. However, the server didn't really like Create,
Yeah.
so we couldn't really do anything like super massive.
Our server hated us. We switched providers 3 times, guys. Do you recognize the quote? I do recognize it, but I don't know where it's from, Eclipse. Morgan is my favorite character of yours with Oppie close behind. Hell yeah. Yeah, I wish I was able to show more of this when... And I wish I was able... I did also... The thing is, though, is that I am very proud of the effort that I was able to put in with Veswin. With Morgan and Morgan was like super laid back, kind of out of character a couple of times. I tried to stay in character for the most part. Oppie was like full-blown roleplay on the server, streaming, doing what I can. Whereas Veswin I wanted to take more care with. She had a lot of stuff in her backstory that can't be showcased with a current time setting. And I wanted to do cinematics, and I wanted to do like the animatics, and I wanted to showcase the story in a very like cinematic way, a very theatrical way. And I'm happy that I got to do that. But unfortunately that came with the sacrifice of not being around more often. And also, like, a bunch of shit in my personal life and work and stuff got, like, moved around. Were the quote-unquote antagonists this season also decided through the spreadsheet, like Della and Phelan's character? No. Phelan... So... I don't want
Six Flags Water Park.
Hello, Prince! I don't want to talk about it too much because it's Max's character. But it was established pre-stream that Phelan was the one to kill his sister. Was he meant to be the villain and take the crown in the end? That was up in the air.
Roleplay, baby.
that was up in the air. That was up to Max to decide, and I left that fully in Max's court. He's gonna tell you Phelan isn't a villain. Yeah. I had the beholder. But it was not predetermined that he was going to be a villain. Froggy did pass it by myself and other admins if it was okay to be an oh my god. Antagonistic character. But her going full blown at the end and fully siding with Phelan and like trying to hurt the students and stuff like that was not something that was like predetermined or anything like that. Della was just like, yeah, I've killed people for what I want. So what of it? You know, it was more like a chaotic nature. Did the trains to the school ever get done? Because I swear to God, we're supposed to be working on train.
No.
Are they connected? No. Are we gonna say that they were connected? Yes. I'm gonna canonize that the trains got finished. Yippee. Because how the fuck else are we gonna get around?
Hey, at least 3 of the 4 courts got a train finished.
Oh, I did quote that from Morrigan. I don't know where I got that from, if I'm being completely honest. That was 2 years ago. From KB. Yes. Yeah. I'm canonizing that they're connected. Really good songs to edit. Being called bad guy and either gonna be an edit. Ooh, I'm excited.
I don't think Dante would put a big Pablo head in the main hall, no. Okay.
They already had Pablos outside the cabin protecting Aurora.
Yep.
I don't know if I came up with that quote or if it was a reference to something. Oopsie. Dante and the Pablo army. Oh wait, you had a question. Hold on. Grayson had a thing.
Grayson had a question. Grayson had a question. Grayson had a question.
I thought they did. I think it was just the marriage question.
I don't know. In time.
Yeah, it was the character. Yeah, it was the character name of the marriage thing. I remember now.
Yeah.
So family art when? I need Aurora with them?
That's on you guys.
I didn't got the money for that.
I don't got the money, I don't got the talent.
I just recently got a piece for Lauren and I got a piece for Laz and I, but that one is gonna be for us.
Yes.
And that's all I'm gonna say about that. So maybe, but if people want to draw Aurora, I have no issue. I mean, she's just wearing like a simple dress or like a romper dress thing with a cardigan. Like I said, she's got like blonde hair, half blind, so her eyes are very light, and she's a vampire, so she's got pointed ears. Oh?
Oh?
I do have Aurora cinematics, but I don't know if I talk in them. So I'd have to... Because originally that whole conversation that Veswin had, I was going to do it in cinematic, and I was like, no, I'm just going to do it in fucking first person. So I have replay footage of Aurora, but...
Cinematic? Go!
I need the Aurora skin? I think it's on, alright. I think it's going to be on My Name MC.
Both of ours.
Y'all. Mine, you might get a spoiler. Hades and Luciala? Do you mean Dante?
Yeah. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Aurora was not heavily planned out like Veswin and Dante were. This was like a thing of like we were talking and it was just like, okay, epilogue. What are things that we want to touch on and what are things that we would like to happen for our characters? And Aurora was one of those things that came up of talking about adopting. And then we're like, okay, is this feasible within the timeline? I guess if she's older, it can be. If it happens at this point in time. And then we were like, I was looking at skins and I was like, ooh, this one, like, I've got a couple, and like Laz gave his input, and then we were like, ooh, we could make her a vampire and maybe give her a similar story to one or the other. Eyes emoji. And that's kind of about it. We have like an idea of her backstory, but nothing that's like fleshed out or canonized or anything like that. She's a sassy girl, crafty, smart. Does she like fashion or take more after you or Dante? I mean, when it's too early to say, I would think in the future she'd probably, I mean, she'd get both traits. I think she gets the sassiness from us. Because both Dante and Veswin are very sassy. Madison voiced her? Yeah. Aurora is a child. You can make your own headcanons about Aurora. Yes, you can.
Yeah, you have that. Not afraid of.
And I'm very intrigued.
Her lore. I'm curious.
Yeah, give me your lore. Write the story for me, guys. Thanks. Self-insert daughter. Oh, cute. Madison also had adopted a child in season 1. Oh my gosh, she did. Was it named Aurora? Wait a minute. Madison, you didn't say anything.
Oh no. Madison. No,
I didn't think that she had a daughter. I thought Aurora was Noi's daughter.
Oh no.
I can't remember Noi's character's name. Oh! Theo,
no.
That's so funny. We didn't know that. We literally, again, went on Fantasy Name Generator and picked a name that we thought sounded nice. That's so funny.
Well, oops.
What were the other options that we were thinking of? Anastasia.
There's like Anastasia, Ivy was there.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, she did have a child. Key.
I'd have to pull it up.
Or Keon.
Up again.
It was Anastasia, Aubrey.
Oh yeah.
Aurora, Ivy, and something else. No,
Yeah.
Olivia did not make it onto the list, but I think it's really funny because I didn't remember that, but 2, technically Laz was the one that picked the name.
Hey, I hit the button one more time and saw Aurora. Okay, my bad.
No, you hovered over it and you were like, this one, and I was like, oh, you're picking Aurora, and you're like, yeah, I like that one. Anastasia is a
Flip
pretty
the coin.
name. Yeah.
Yeah.
We were like, which one sounds better?
Yeah. What can we say that has a really good British twang?
Yeah, we were joking about like how Aurora in English just was like Aurora. But like in a British accent, I'm like Aurora. Like you pronounce the vowels more. Like oh, Aurora, come here, Aurora. Like versus like Aurora.
Yeah.
She's adopted. She's adopted. Fully. She's like 11, and this was only set like a couple months after the end of the SMP.
Yeah.
I never go on name gens anymore because Pinterest. Huh? Pinterest.
Yeah, Pinterest can give like name ideas. Very fun. I'm a little confused on how Dante got the sword and how it's connected with Veswin. Can we get a full explanation?
Ooh. Do you want to explain, or do you want me to explain?
I can explain parts of it.
Okay.
As mentioned in streams before, Dante made the sword. I've also like sent various like video clips around.
I don't know. Very true.
The sword was going to be heavily inspired by Pepperbox, Percy's weapon.
Yeah.
Realistically. Like,
wait, Pepperbox or the list?
The Pepperbox and the list are kind of like synonymous.
Pepperbox is the 4-barrel one.
Oh,
I have the list tattooed on my leg. That's what
Yeah.
actually.
Actually, yeah, the revolver, whatever. Pepperbox is in my head. My bad.
The list.
Yeah, the list and whatever came off of like that weapon. Anyway, however, it's hard to like inscribe names onto a weapon and make it visible and having to alter that every time. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna have the sword. It's gonna be influenced by the shadow, which I failed to name, but wanted to give the name of like Rakshasa or like something like that, because I'm also Elden Ring pilled. But sword's made, sword goes missing, gets transitioned into the vampire court, gets cursed, I think what our headcanon was, as a gift to the sovereign, to have something, right, go horribly wrong, gets intercepted by Veswin's father. I believe Veswin's father kills Mikkel with the blade. Sometime after the blade disappears from his possession in some factor of time, locked away in the Nether, has come to my POV when that opened up officially. Retrieves it, gets it. It's not fully Pilden Ring for real. Hey, look. I like Elden Ring. Yeah, but essentially, Greg was its own curse. The sword was inspired by, like, that sort of power, like the hungry sword that Grog had.
Craven Edge.
To a degree. Yeah, Craven Edge. I was gonna have the sword eat away at Dante's flesh, so Dante's hands would have become, like, skeletal over time. If not fed. Yeah. Yay, body torture. Anyway, yeah. Ditch that idea. I'm like, no, this is a hungry sword. I will just feed it souls, but Greg also wanted souls. But I think ultimately how the sword, Greg, Dante, and Veswin combined, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, was that with Veswin being on the end of the sword had ties into its personality, its calling, on top of, like, partial Greg influence.
Yeah, yeah, so, like, to reiterate, from my POV, from my understanding of everything, was that, like, it was created, it got intercepted, it ended up in the hands of her father, and her father wielded it for many years, and it was, like, a scary blade, but like she was like, damn, that's like maybe he got it custom made or something. I don't fucking know. But it didn't have the chains on it at that point. I don't think. I'm trying to recall.
It would have.
It would have. Okay.
It would have.
It did have a connection. So it had between it leaving Dante and getting to Veswin's father, the sword got cursed somewhere, or like the curse like enacted itself. And like that's when like the Orthax vibe came to it, kind of thing. I had always seen it as like Veswin evaded it, which we did touch on in character. Was that like the sword is pissed that this girl, or like the entity / sword is pissed that this fucking girl was able to like get away and survive. And so like at the very least, my only influence on the story of the sword was that the reason why Dante could hear Veswin's voice calling to him was because it was the last person that it had attacked, or like that it had tried to kill, and it couldn't, and it didn't. So like it was like using her voice so that Dante would get close to her. But then like it ended up being like this thing of like Dante's like, no, go fuck yourself. Like, I'm not letting you fucking kill her. Like, you listen to me, bitch. And then it like, yeah, went from there. At least that's like the start of the stuff. I don't know. Maybe that's wrong. I don't know. It's I'd have to go back and look at our thread. But yeah, that's how I always interpret it.
Like, yeah, a lot is ambiguous or not like fully fleshed out either. So.
Yeah. Sword model is very cool. I believe you created it and then Pinky textured it?
Yeah. I got it right here.
Oh.
Wowie.
Yeah, that's basically what it was, is that Veswin was one of the only people to ever be at the end of the sword and live. So that's where, like, her voice and, like, her presence and stuff like that played a part. Everything else was, like, more on Laz and, like, how he wanted to play. Like, there was an idea floating around of, like, the sword wanted to compel Dante to kill her. But I think we avoided that. We ended up, like, going in a different direction. Or you ended up going in a different direction, I should say. Yeah, improv! They might. But I think it would be a matter of, like... They babysit Vivian's kids. They have Aurora. They would I would think that they would probably wait a little bit longer into their relationship before considering adopting. But like I would say that they would maybe adopt at least one more that would be between like the ages of Vivian's kids and Aurora. Like so like a couple years younger than Aurora maybe. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? Dante's like, no! No more kids!
Yeah, probably. No more.
You got to choose the last one. I want to choose.
Oh, fuck, fine, yeah.
From understanding, Veswin cannot have kids. Where's Poeko? Poeko's there. He was upstairs. You can hear him faintly on my POV. When she's at the cabin that he's there with Aurora. He's upstairs like bah, bah. I canonized at the beginning of the season that Pueko can kind of find his way to Veswin. Like, so when she goes on like the train and stuff, like if he needed to, like she could use him as a career pigeon if she wanted to. But yeah. Cute little Felfo kid running around. That would be cute. But I think sort of got covered slightly. I was asked on how the deal with Greg breaking because Veswin fainted. I don't know. Would the contract break if Veswin didn't die?
I think with the life system, I think my brain being like, okay, yeah, full permit.
Yeah.
But
so she'd have to be like dead for the contract to break.
Yeah.
That's what I was also thinking, but I wanted to ask, as it's your decision. Greg took over Dante before that happened.
Yeah.
And I think that was just because of like an overwhelming influx of like memories and, you know, like degradation and like reminders and, you know, all this stuff like weighing on him, and Veswin wasn't there to like help him or keep Greg at bay.
Let's just say Greg has been a 14-year-old like thing, so
yeah, because technically Greg betrayed the contract. It was not supposed to take control of you. But I guess there could be an argument of like a loophole of like, I took control, but he didn't kill anybody. Ha ha ha. That is a cute headcanon, Froggy. I can imagine Pueko being like a guide to Aurora. When she gets close to danger, he flaps his wings and calls at her like, "No, child." I love that headcanon. I'm happy to make that canon. I mean, she's partially blind, so I mean, she wouldn't like. I am more than happy to say Pueko would be like a service animal to her. He just like grabs her by the scruff of her neck, being like, "Nope, nope, nope, nope."
You're done.
This way, this way. Seeing eye crow. And then he goes back to Twitter and he shits on Ezra. A murder in the... Wait, what?
Eh.
You want Veswin to kill somebody? Hello?
That ain't her job.
Political scene.
I would like to make a PSA.
Oh, are you saying? Oh, you know, you're saying like, oh, I understand. You're saying like a murder, like a group of crows. Maybe. I was like, do you want her to kill somebody? What? Aurora would hate Ezra just because Pueko hates him.
Crow.
That's funny.
Plus first Dante ideal.
I wonder if he'd be like, brothers, protect child. I just was clarifying because there was someone, I can't remember who it was like, I want more feral Veswin, and I was like, that was a one-time showcase. She has a lot of restraint and control. I debated on making her feral when in the finale, but I was like, no, that's a lot to deal with. That's like not another headache, but another layer to a complicated situation that doesn't really drive or help the story in any way. But also, like, in that scenario where Veswin went feral, she was just downed. She was picked up after. Where Veswin has like never, the last, like it was downing versus like actually dying. So like, to me, how I see it, and the mechanic is like, if Veswin gets to like 2 hearts or lower and gets downed but gets picked up, she's like she's like losing it, right? She's like ticking, and it's a matter of like, you know, collecting herself. And I think that only happened like once or twice. And then when she was downed that last time, it was a multitude of things. I talked about this in one of my cooldowns with the members, of like, she went feral because she got downed, so she was down on hearts, and that can happen to vampires when they're really low on health. They can go feral. But 2, she was surrounded in the smell of her own blood, which is a trigger for her based on the things that happened with Mikkel and all that stuff. And also, Mateus was there, and Mateus slightly looks like her father. So she went like, she was like trying to do it and to like finish strong, and then got knocked down, and then when she picked up, it was just like boom, PTSD episode, full-blown like psychosis, like I need to get the fuck out of here kind of thing. Yeah, I think that's a different level of feral if someone was hurting Aurora. That's like mama bear feral, and that's different. That's when it's that's the worst kind, or like the like harder kind, because Veswin is in full control of herself, which arguably is worse. I'm trying to think of anything else that I wanted to like talk about. Or like think back on questions that I couldn't answer in past cooldowns. But I think most of it got revealed, like her family, what happened to like Mikkel and all of that, and like what happened to her in the back, like backstory. So I think the same with you, Laz, like a lot of your backstory stuff was revealed.
More or less.
Oh my gosh! A little albino bat? That's so cute. Aurora's hair color is like a blonde, like a bleach blonde. Ooh. What was your guys' favorite cinematic or scene that you were in or made?
God, it was a bitch to make Greg float. So there was an issue, I think, in our like modeling it and rotating it in a proper way, because Greg pre-pack release for that pack anyway, or like another opening pack release, Greg was like the skeleton, like the spine was pointed towards Dante's back, so he was like looking on the ground, his hands curling behind, so it looked like a really like fucked up spider, but it worked well in the item frame for what I wanted it to do. So I then had to we had to flip it around, and then it didn't work in the item frame intentionally, or like as intended. So I then had to like mentally flip Greg to be upright and floating. That was a pain. Big negative. I don't know, like, I'm not a huge cinematic
Maker.
kind of individual, even cinematicer. So there's not really ones that I like or enjoy. I feel like I did a decent job on the one where Dante goes to visit Vivian.
I agree.
In a way, like a couple of those times, because I actually plucked down my FOV and did stuff that wasn't a rushed job, even though it was a rushed job.
Wait, the confession one? What do you mean?
I think my intro cinematic was fine. I wish I could have done more. Like, Max and I wanted to do a childhood type of thing, or like young Dante at the castle, or like something along those lines. But it was hard to figure out / negotiate times to then beat out people who were also on the server and could be roaming the castle. Like, there's a lot of ones that could have been fun and cool if given time.
I loved playing this one. Oh my god, I'm trying to think of the cinematics that I did. I did my opening one. I had the one with the nightmare. I had the one with like leaving the cab. I had the animatic of going to the cabin. I had the cinematic of leaving the cabin. Then there was the animatic of talking with
all the Mikkel ones.
The Mikkel one. And then there was the one that I did today. The one that I used for the touch it edit. It was so good. Huh? Time skip at the cabin was very cool in my opinion. Honestly, I really liked how the first one with Mikkel, where Veswin kind of like gets that like, that was a nice memory, and it didn't fucking plague me to think about it. Where like Mikkel like read her poetry or whatever. But I think I really like my line that I said in the other Mikkel one, which was the like, your song will forever be in my heart, but as someone who still walks the living, I have to start living too. I thought was like, ugh. I was like, I cooked with that. I don't know which one you're talking about, Misha. I'm not gonna lie. Is Laz going to put his VOD up? I believe so.
I fucking hate these questions.
L. The best intro to a fine shit ever. That line sucker punched me. Who is Aurora's parents?
Nah. Make a headcanon.
Yeah, I'd love to hear what you guys think. What was the other? How did the sword get from the Master of Coin of Bloodwind to the Nether? Oh, that's the thing I skipped over. So, I imagine that, like, we never discussed if this was, like, canon or not. But I imagined that once he killed Mikkel, he started to hear the voice of Greg and was like, fuck this shit, and just like chucked it into the Nether. And like maybe didn't place it there himself, but like he rid himself of it. And then it's ambiguous on how it got from like wherever he stashed it, or like wherever he tried to get rid of it from, to where Dante found it. But yeah.
Lava flows, man. Lava flows.
Yep. If demons can swim through lava, there's gotta be like a current. Bio parents we don't know.
Can't
Adopt
be
parents.
Ezra's
Fine.
child. That timeline does not work.
Yeah. Very valid voices in your head are not normal people that aren't. I was thinking maybe something like that, but he put into a deep storage and then have gotten his people to shove it into the nether. You are fine. No worries, I'm being late. I will say that I'm probably gonna wrap up in like 10-ish minutes.
Yep, that would be beneficial.
Because I gotta go feed the cats. Lass has to make dinner. I know. But the VOD will be available right away, and I'll put a thumbnail on it tomorrow. And we have the award show soon, so you guys will see me again. This is going to be a fully public
Saturday.
VOD, yeah. Woo! So make sure you get your votes in if you haven't already for the award show. I think it closes today.
Closed. I think it closed.
They already
a while
closed?
ago.
No, I thought it closed today. They extended it, didn't they?
They extended
Hold on.
it, but I think they also closed it.
The award show vote open for 2 more days. It will close on Wednesday the 8th. July 9th is the last day to submit your
Unspecified
artwork.
time.
Oh, it might be closed, but if it's not, go vote.
Go vote. Vote for Dante.
True.
Flood it. Flood it with Dante.
Preparing the tissues. I can't wait to watch the cooldown tomorrow again. Hell yeah.
Cooldown tomorrow again. No, you could just watch it
Bye, Grace Vincent.
when it goes up.
Dante propaganda.
Dante.
Also, I will say this as a disclaimer. Please take in heavy consideration for everyone's POVs that if you got the chance to watch them, their stories and things like that. There's a lot of good stories this season, and I want everybody to have a chance to shine. Where do you vote? In the fan Discord.
Yeah. I already said at the top of my stream that I'm streaming the award show. You're getting like the behind the scenes POV.
Oh my god.
The panic of prep upset, setup prep.
That's funny. Yeah, I'm not streaming until like near start of the award show. And we've done our cooldown, so like, you know, I can just, if anyone has questions, I could be like, go watch the cooldown. I have so much respect for you guys, and I hope you read the note I left, because you have no idea how much you guys have helped me. Princess MP will always be in my heart, and I'm hoping I get a chance to see this. Oh. I might have access to the document, but I'd have to check.
Oh yeah. I've read the notes.
What the hell?
I've seen it all.
I
I've
haven't.
seen it all. I know the results. And if you all PayPal me 30,000 USD, I can spoil.
No. There is not going to be another season of Princess SMP.
$30,000 each or none.
You're putting your feelings in the chat. I hope so too. I can make a note to Pinky and Radiant Craft. Who was in charge of Princess MP after Maddie stepped back? Me!
The other Maddie. Wait a minute.
Twas I. Last give it to me for free. I don't know my name.
No.
Doll hairs.
Not doll hairs, dollars.
Give me your last minute questions. Give them to me.
Yeah. Give them.
Give them. Anything else you're dying to know? I can maybe answer some behind the scenes questions if you have them.
Oh wait, wasn't there like a GK piloting question that was like on your end a while ago?
Yeah. Who played Groundskeeper? It was me. It was admin team, so it was me, Dino, Mandy, and Laz.
Primarily me, because it was super late at night.
Mary's here. I would love to marry you.
Oh. Man.
What is Fang's obsessions with Lighthouse? He doesn't have an obsession with Lighthouse. We just tease him that he does because he talked about making one in Eden SMP, and then the unknown, as a punishment for doing something, was like, you need to build me a lighthouse that goes to build level. And then in season 1 of Princess, he ended up digging a fucking hole in the nether that went from the bottom to the top of the nether. And so we started teasing him that it was a lighthouse. And then in season 2, he started building a tower, and we were like, this is a lighthouse. So it was just really fun. It was just a reoccurring, like, bully teasing joke that we were putting on him.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, that moment with the 2 groundskeepers that were like trolling people. It was like trolling like Laz. It was during the one of the knighthood classes. That was Mandy and I, and we were fucking howling. It was so funny.
You guys were, I saw you in the chats. I'm like, God damn it.
It was so funny. That was my biggest thing when I would play Groundskeeper, is that, like, I just wanted to make people go, huh? And I feel like I accomplished that. No, Max was being respectful of not, like,
outing
saying,
the people.
Yeah, outing, like, the behind the scenes stuff. It being the end of the series, I have no issue, and, you know, being the one in charge of it, I have no issue disclosing that information. Like, and I loved that everyone had, when they played GK, had a different personality and how they played it. So it kept the Groundskeeper's lore and, like, vibe really, like, ambiguous and anonymous. And it was really funny. Like, I don't know if anyone's gonna go back and watch, but if you do, hypothetically, and you're hearing this, you can kind of tell who is playing who. When I would play Groundskeeper, I'd play them very loyal to Phelan, but I would also do, I feel like, the most pranking. So I'd be the one to just, like, poof out of existence, or just to phase through the floor, or I would jump scare people, or, like, I would just, like, ominously turn my head to people. Like, there was a time that, like, I was on as Groundskeeper, and fucking, I don't know if K-Boogie was streaming, but I was sitting on top of that, like, archway near the library, and he comes and fucking sits beside me and goes, hey, how's it going? You want this? And he gave me food, and I just was like, thank you. And he's like, yeah. So, I mean, if you see Dante, you can you tell him that that I cleaned my room? And I was like, in the moment I was like,
What?
I was like, yeah, sure. Saves me from having to do it. and then he went, what? So, like, it was really, K-Boogie played Paxton. It was so funny. And then there was another moment, I don't think Lauren was streaming, but she flew by and she was like, oh, hi. And I was like, hello. And, like, you know, it was just like, I played him very, like, deadpan. Whereas, like, Laz, I feel like, played him a little bit more, like, whimsical and more like open to like interactions and like yes-anding. And then I feel like when Dino played them, they were just like, no one look at me. Don't talk to me. I'm running the other direction. Fuck off.
Can't believe I adopted Mateo.
Yeah, that's your fault. So groundkeeper silliness was because of Laz.
Yeah, he was silly,
and a little
but
bit Mandy, and a little bit
very
Mandy.
Freaking creepy. Yeah.
Yeah. My headcanon is the groundskeeper was just different clones of the same guy. There is no canon lore for the groundskeeper, but I will say that I've always liked the thought of him being like a ghost that's trapped at the castle. That's not confirmed. He isn't confirmed to be a ghost. I just like that idea.
Yeah. I gave my own like random lore, and I just pulled the Skyrim meme being like, I was an adventurer like you until I took an arrow to the knee.
I love how Dante always said, call me Ishmael, and Cinder's real name turned out to be Ishmael.
Okay, look, Ishmael is a character bleed for me. Cause I think there was like one time that I was reading like a bedtime story or whatever, so I just pulled up Moby Dick and I'm like, chapter 1. And it also just like stems from the Smosh video of Shane trying to get Gus Johnson to laugh, so he just begins reading Moby Dick. So that's a little bleed on my part.
Will we be making content? Will we still be making content together after Princess? Yeah, like
No.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
I guess I'll go fuck myself. I would like to. It's just a matter of like accomplishing getting that content made. But I mean, Laz and I are not going to stop being friends after Princess is done. So I mean, if there's a chance for like group content and stuff like that, then I will invite him or involve him and help him with anything that he wants to create. Is there something we need to prepare on Stinky for the birthday stream? That's up to you guys. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't had a chance to really plan my birthday stream, so... there was another question. Where was it? Who was playing GK that one time they jump scared everyone? I low-key forgot. It was Rose Silas. It was me. That was me. when he was just standing there ominously at the fucking top of the stairs and then just disappeared. And then like went around the corner and like popped back out and scared Lauren. That was me. Laz with Whimsy? Delve into the groundskeeper lore. Yeah, because nothing's really canon.
Yeah, nothing's super canon, and the only people that like are usually around when I'm GK are like Pinky and Leonie, because Kat's never streaming, like ever, kind of. So, and that's just like late night crowds. So we try to cover time bases for the GK as well, if issues or like problems cropped up. So.
Cancerous is so funny. I think I would, yeah, that's why I want to try to have vacations and see her family, but you know, when you get to be adults, sometimes your life kind of, you don't see your family as often, or you know, you don't see your friends. Repo stream? Maybe. Repo, not gonna lie, never played it. It's been on my wish list for a while, but also at this point that game is like a little bit dead. So like I might want to like move on to something that is like more up my alley.
Yeah.
Mecha.
I
don't know what it is. I'm not doing a 24-hour birthday stream.
Hell no.
Does Dante ever trust anyone to hold his everything backpack?
Hell no. The amount of contraband I have in those backpacks. Thankfully, it's not like season 2 where I had the crash anvil. God. If Cassian was still alive, would Dante wanted to get closer? Would have Dante wanted to get closer to Cassian about them being first cousins or something like that? I don't know, I think Dante made it clear that he respected Cassian, but didn't like some of his choices. Everything could be said about, like, the heirs or, like, the people at the school. They could have gotten closer, they could have gotten on a better or understanding, but I think that wouldn't have really give words
You got it.
that kind of like kick in the rear or like the fire under the ass to push forward and try to win for his cause, but change it or like try to alter it for the better, plus Dante's own personal gain as well. So they could have gotten close. It would have solved a lot of how Emberhold functions post SMP or like post initial timeline, because it's like, oh, okay, Cassian's back and running the court, everything is okay and fine. Cool, great, I don't have to worry about that.
I mean, that technically isn't up to me, but I mean, if Lauren were to start up roomies and she'd want me to play Abby, I would 100% be there. I wish you guys had Dilla's Kitsune. I mean, we had Wolfkin and we had dogs and cats, so I mean, like, kind of in the middle there, in my opinion. Well, I'm personally gonna wrap up, so I might go and talk to chat for a little bit and say goodbye, but I might end. So thank you for joining me. No, Kato! I'm just about to end, and do you have any questions for me? I'll answer one question, Kato, and then I have to go. Laz
Not
is
stinky. I had a shower today. Thank you.
Any games you plan on Twitch streaming? Oh, I would like to, I'd like to play Dispatch. Seems like a story game that I would enjoy. By the elusive Shadow Lord Grill Daddy Dante. Dispatch. Yeah, I've always like vibed with story games, and I miss doing them on Twitch and stuff. So if I were to come back to Twitch, or like have the time to do so, I would go there. When can we expect to stream after the awards? I probably am going to stream the awards, and then I'm probably going to take another little bit of a break and prepare for my birthday stream, which will probably be on the 23rd. And then after that, for August, it's kind of whenever I can or feel up to it. Might try to do at least once a week, but I don't want to promise anything right now, just because I don't know what my schedule's going to look like. Until then, I think I have that. If Eswin and Morrigan had a tea party with Ophelia, who do you think would leave first? Oh, I actually thought about getting this art done by that person that did my Ophelia art. I think their name is Kat. They're on Twitter, or they're on Blue Sky. They've done a lot of like Critical Role art. God, I think like I honestly think that like Ophelia would be like super anxiously over talkative and being like, oh my gosh, so I want to know all about your like your origin and everything about you, and like how does this function and how does this work? Oh, you could like do this. Oh, you guys, wait, you had this in your world? The amount of magic, that sounds so cool, because like in season 3 we have different types of magic. And then I think like Veswin would like oblige, but be kind of like standoffish, and Morrigan, like, I think would be in the middle, thinking like, because I think Ophelia would remind Morrigan of Karma. So I think Veswin would leave first. I think Morrigan would just like be the quiet like onlooker listener and just like listen and like hear Ophelia out. But I think Veswin would be like, okay, I need to go. Like, nah, it was so much so nice getting to know you. Have a good day, have a good time. Leaving and just be like, oh my gosh, she never stopped talking. Yeah, Veswin is the least social of them all. Yeah, and I think Morgan would be like, this girl's a fucking bitch. The best one. Do you think Dante and Vincent would get along? Oh, wait. Hold on. There you go. Don't know.
Maybe in like some facets.
Oh, she'd fully be terrified. Because
both of them do have like that technical ANSI know-how, but I think that might just be my like bleed and knowledge with Redstone and create and all of that. Because God forbid somebody want a revolving door or whatever. So yeah. Both are similar, but I feel like Dante is like less politically inclined than Vincent was. So. For real.
I agree. Alright, well, I'm gonna go wrap up stream and I'm gonna deafen and maybe talk to you after. But thank you for joining my stream and thank you for having me in yours.
Yes, thank you.
I yapped a lot.
Thank you.
But of course, Gano. But I will talk to you in a bit. And everyone say thanks. Thanks, Laz.
You'll see me around, I think.
Yeah.
He says begrudgingly.
Okay, I'll be back.
No.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Alright, let me go to this screen. Close this. Well, guys, obviously this is the last POV stream. I'm happy to have, out of all my characters, given a conclusion to their story. And I am very happy to have gotten to like tell Veswin's story. The award show will be the last content of Princess. I'm probably gonna cry, but I'm not gonna cry today. Instead, I'm simply just going to say thank yous, specifically to my content. I love and appreciate happy-ish ending. I love and appreciate Laz and everything that he like helped with and went through with me on this season. A lot of like changing factors, but it was something, a love story with our characters is something that we wanted to explore, and I'm happy that we got to do so, and we ended up, you know, not forcing it, but making it work with the characters' wants and making it make sense, and, you know, how things played out, and, you know, it worked out for them in some capacity. Even if things aren't picture perfect and everyone didn't get exactly what they wanted in the end. Excuse me. They still were able to come together. Thank you to Rexifer and Madison and my friend Luke, a mutual friend of some people. He goes by the Big Cheese now. And thank you to... Oh, did I get anyone else to voice in anything? I mean, obviously thank you to Lauren and to Matt for playing my siblings, because they also were like very like collaborative on a whole bunch of things. But I appreciate anyone who, like, the people that I listed for playing characters. For Rexifer did Mikkel, Madison did Aurora, and Luke did Tyron. I don't know if Mary's still here, but I was throwing around the idea of having like a letter from Veswin's mom. I guess that was something that I didn't get to explore, is like Veswin's mom and her relationship. Hi, Mary. I was gonna have Mary play Veswin's mom, but maybe we'll get to see Mary in other things. Am I mommy? You would have been if I had gotten the chance to explore that. And I want to say thank you to, obviously, I will be reiterating my thank yous at the award show, but obviously the entirety of the teams that were on Princess, that the build team, Radiant Craft, IT, all the different departments, quote unquote, that we had, that allowed us to create a more like in-depth and like harder to execute series, because season 3 was like the most like hardest to execute by far. And yeah, I just a big thank you to anyone who made art, who made edits, just in general, for you guys being invested in my content. I loved getting to hear theories. I loved getting to see your reactions to things, to explore the story and how it affected you guys. And I love hearing that it brought you sadness and joy, and how you love the angst and like everything about it. I'm very grateful and appreciative of it. Season 3 was a roller coaster. I am happy that she also got a full story, and I didn't have to just cut her story off with like that whole demonetization and, you know, needing to take a step back for work and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, a big thanks to Ovek as well for, you know, he played the head of Bloodwind, and a lot of my stuff was also tied to him and the lore that, you know, he shouldered and created for Bloodwind. And I mean, ultimately the admin team for helping me out and all that stuff. But yeah, and really just a big thank you to anyone who kind of contributed in, even if it was a small or like maybe to them, you know, not a big deal way. I'm still very appreciative of it, and they had a Anna for making the cinematic, that as well. They had a huge part in bringing the story to life. Thank you for sharing your stories with us. Oh, of course. I hope that I get to share more in the future. How did it feel being royalty each season? I thought about that. Very funny. Ophelia, I was like, I want nothing to do with royalty at all. And then at the end of the season, Dot was like, yeah, so I kind of have Ophelia being like the next in line if I die. And I was like, huh? This season, I made like a deliberate choice where I was like, yeah, I don't want to be the head heir, but like, I mean, I'll be like second or third in line. Yeah, Max and I. Bye-bye. Hope you have a good one. But yeah, I will see you guys on Saturday for the award show. And again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm so happy and grateful for everything that you guys have given me and provided me, and how and like uplifted my channel, and just how you've received and appreciated and loved all my characters. It means the world to me, and I love and appreciate you guys. a lot. I will see you on Saturday. Thank you for coming to the cooldown. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah. Okay. I love you guys. Be good people, do good things, and I'll see you in the next stream or video. Mwah, 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 mwah. Love you! I love you! I love you! Okay, bye.